Welcome back to this week's Westfield Sports Show. We're your hosts, Callie and Adrian.
This week's Athletes of the Week is Carson Melvin and Gabe Aramboles. Great job representing our school and its athletics. We have a lot to talk about this week, including the win on Friday at Center Grove to start the Rocks season off. Last Friday, the Rocks took the win at Center Grove, 34-28. The Rocks played amazing, a slow start, but took off in the second quarter and never stopped.
Carson Melvin on the run game, taking 2 touchdowns in himself. And then that amazing 70-yard throw to Gabe Aramboles.
But can we talk about the double pass where Gabe threw a 58-yard pass to Parker Knott? Amazing offense and defense. They forced some turnovers, which led to points on the board.
History being made, Coach Miracle's first win as a head coach, and it's one to remember. They beat Center Grove for the first time since 1959 when they led the series 4-0, and now it's 5-3. Westfield is still ahead in this rivalry.
Moving on, it's Westfield's first home game versus Carmel. We will hear more about that later in the show.
Girls golf finished second at the Trojan Invite. Addie Coy tied for second. They competed Monday night at the HCC Championship. They compete again Tuesday and Thursday, and again Saturday, a busy week for them.
Girls volleyball competed over the weekend at Trinity Lutheran, were beat in 5 sets. Paige Rudolph led the offense with 25 kills. Kendall Strack anchored the defense with 21 digs. They improved their record to 3-1. They host on Tuesday Lafayette Harrison.
Girls cross country sweeps the Plainfield Relays as both varsity and JV took the victory. Then this coming Saturday they compete in the Hamilton County meet.
On Saturday, boys soccer took the win late in the second half, beating Pike 1-0. Tuesday they are at Franklin Central, and on Saturday at the BHSN Invite.
Last Thursday, boys tennis defeated Franklin Central 5-0. Then over the weekend, they competed in South Bend, competing at the St. Joe Tourney. Rocks lost to St. Joe 1-4, but bounced back to get the win 4-1 over Chesterton. They host Brownsburg on Tuesday, but they travel to Avon on Thursday.
Girls soccer fell short in the HCC opener, losing to Fishers 2-0, but they are back in action Wednesday playing Franklin Central.
Congrats to our very own Samantha Price and Aubrey Crockett. Samantha committed to Mount St. Joseph, where she will continue her basketball career, along with Aubrey at Spring Arbor University. Congratulations to you two.
A sport that I'm not sure has been talked about much in the show, but Unified Flag Football kicks off their season playing versus Fishers, and then on Thursday they play Carmel.
As we mentioned earlier in the show, we are talking this week's matchup, Westfield versus Carmel. Westfield took the win versus Center Grove 34-28. They took a number 1 ranking from them, as now we are ranked number 1 at the moment. Carmel beat Homestead 34-10. 34 must have been the winning number last Friday because both teams got 34 and took the win. Carmel is ranked 9. It's going to be a great rivalry game between these two teams. I'm excited for this game because it's Westfield's first home game. I'm Kellen, and I'm with Tristan. Tristan, you're going to your senior season, and you had a famous quote before Center Grove, and we have to paraphrase, but it's give us that one. So what are your emotions after beating Center Grove?
Oh, my emotions were high. As you can tell in the video, I think, this is our first time ever beating that school in program history, and it was just a big goal for us. But, as you know, we have more to come.
What do you feel like has changed the most this year than it has any year?
Our intensity. I think the competition between offense and defense at practice is always high, and that just drives us to be a better team.
If you could face any opponent, in Indiana, who would it be?
In Indiana?
Yeah.
Like I said, I'll probably take Crown Point because I didn't get to play in that game last year due to a concussion injury, and I just want to get my redemption.
Okay, now we're going to move on to some non-football related. If you could have a dream car, what is it?
Hellcat Red Eye.
Okay. And then, what's your favorite food?
Probably oxtail. It's a Jamaican dish.
And then, do you have a favorite football accessory that's like a go-to that you need to have it?
My knee brace, because I don't want a torn ACL. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
And today we are interviewing Owen. Owen is a senior kicker here. What were your emotions after beating Center Grove last Friday?
Emotions were high. Everything was good. They beat us twice in state the past couple of years, so it was good to get some revenge and some payback.
What is your favorite memory so far from Rocks football?
Probably Last year, Coach Gilbert almost kicked me off the team because I was sitting on a bench when I should have been in the game, and he got really upset with me.
What college are you currently looking at?
Probably just going to IU or Purdue.
And then we're going to ask some non-football. What's your dream car?
Dream car, probably like a Lambo or something.
Are you a morning or night person?
I'd say morning person just because of early football practices have made me a morning person.
As we wrap it up, let's move on to national and talk about the NFL, as week 1 is finally here. Do you have any early predictions for this year's Super Bowl winner?
Well, Callie, as I have previously mentioned, I may have been wrong last year, but I do feel strongly about the Dolphins this year, and I think we are going to win our first Super Bowl since 1974. But looking past my love for the Fins, the 49ers have looked very strong in preseason watching Christian McCaffrey, Jake Brendel, but especially Fred Warner, as he stays on top within rankings and tackles, especially in such a difficult position. He has a huge role on this team, especially in the defense, and I am excited to watch them in a regular season game.
I like that pick. They're a strong team, but I'm going to have to go with the Eagles. We have seen them many times in the Super Bowl. They just couldn't get the win. But this offseason, additions like Saquon and Will Shipley from Clemson, I got to see him play at Clemson. He is a very strong running back. But they also have a strong secondary, so I'm going to go with the Eagles as of right now.
Hey, that's a great pick. I've also seen a couple of plays of theirs, especially with the preseason going into the regular season. I don't think that is a far reach. MLB time. Elly De La Cruz is the first shortstop with 20-plus HR and 60-plus stolen bases in a season. Aaron Judge hit his 51st home run this season. There is a little over a month before the postseason begins.
We can also talk about Shohei Ohtani's 40-40. 40 stolen bases and 40 home runs. What a season he is having after an injury last season. He's the fastest person to join that club.
The full schedule of Westfield Athletics is posted on the screen, or you can check it out on the Rocks Athletics social media or website.
That's all for today.
Stay humble and go Rocks.